In my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Hey.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the wrist I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on the set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the wrist I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back walked away to stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap, that's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit.
Okay, Coach, this storied franchise in Dallas and their fans are hungry and hopeful to add another championship banner in the rafters as we settle in for some playoff football at AT&T Stadium. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Waiting. 56, right there, 56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They begin with a run by Smith, and that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Go. 180. Check. Watch 54. Watch twist.
Now it's Smith running right. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
I'm coming after you. This one's down. Hey, Alpha. 54. Mike 54. Yeah, let's get sack.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Waiting. 54. Mike 54. I got you.
Now it's Smith. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And room there to work it inside the 25. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 24.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here we go, 48. Done. 54. Here we go, 46, 46. Bandit. Bandit. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Mike's 46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. This is Johnson. He's got it. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And an alley to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 47. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's up to 57. Mike, we're going to 54. Why is? 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. as his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down and 4, Wentz. He's got Smith here. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A first down carry for Smith, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on.
A give to Smith out of the gun. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Hey, 2.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On second down and 4, Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Waiting. Check 56. I'm trying to collect. Check. Sunday. Check.
after the penalty, it's Smith. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Trey 15, Trey 15. Hey, box drop. 56. Done.
On second and 11 now. Wentz. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll come out in the pistol. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it first and goal at the 6. Smith trying to run for it. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Another try for Smith. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Stuffed. The last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Pick me up. Here we go.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He'll have another first down and more. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 61 yards. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping it.
Yeah, good luck for that because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they described that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. The open man is Smith. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go. Check, check. Watch the before. Watch the before. I smell fear now. Great 15. Great 15. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
They'll run on first down. It's Smith, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Going for the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
And an Eagles first down.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a second down.
Check, check. 157.
Here's Wentz to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down.
And it's third down.
Here we go. Pac-Man. I got it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
3 butt. Switch it, hey. Slow. No. We're going to 54. Right here. Check. We're going to 53. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Sunday. 56. Months 56. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, wahoo. 56 right there.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
81.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Go. 20. 56. Here we go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Smith. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This will be caught at about the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here we go now with Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Trying to punch it in with Smith. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Going to run again here with Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Don't be mad. Don't worry. He's more coming. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Stop your running. Hey, watch this.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up fourth. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Hey, let's go.
Throwing on second down. Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They juked him. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run it again with Smith. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
74.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey! We're going to 53. Alert 3. Check 9, check 9.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Danny.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
46. Check. Lucky. Here we go, 46. Joker. Slam. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Smith. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Here we go. Check. Watch 54. Watch the run. Get. Hey, exit. Right there. 54, Mike. Don't get nervous. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Wentz going to throw.
Here we go again.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll run with Pollard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Push him back. Push him back. Hey, we're going to 54. Undercut. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, kill. 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 Out. Watch the twins. Watch the twins. 26.
On second down, Pollard. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
We got double up. 36. Slam. 47. 26.
On first down, Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Prescott, and he finds Howard complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, kill. 57 to Mike.
Prescott to throw this time. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Marr is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll run with Smith, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
180, 82. Five. 6 right there. 56.
Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Gun. We're going to 53. 57's Mike. Mike 57. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check safety. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. Kill.
Here's Pollard again. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check the hot read. Slam.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You think you gonna get this? SOS. Alert flare.
On first down, Pollard, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Check three. Hey, kill. 47.
Here's Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Tight dog. 53.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Shift. There you go.
Now Prescott on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
Go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
Here we go. Lady.
Check 56. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
What's that?
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was